as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Yeah, at their own 24-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Number 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And 5.
Love from the gun on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Davidson.
That's good for a Green Bay.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
No gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second down, Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Love from the gun. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete on the deep ball. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Detroit. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
at their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun. Love. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now this throw caught left side. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. McCaffrey. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops it behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davidson. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Lewis to return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
43-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
4 on the carry.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of the first quarter with the score
2nd down and 7.
14. Packers nothing.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a game.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st down.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
His throw caught right around the 6.
Touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
The kicker on.
From 19 yards away. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And here's Lewis. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll drop the throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding room to the 20. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Curtis Weaver able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Second and long. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Christian McCaffrey.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the gun, Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Sacked.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point attempt to come here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davidson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Love. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. 3 yards. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustment. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, Love. And this is caught at the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
10 yards.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
9-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Love. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On the option, Love will hang on to it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 34.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. On the crossing route, complete. That's Davidson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Again, McCaffrey. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers get a score closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to blow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, Dobbins. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
The tackle made by Jayon Brown. A gain of 5. First down, Detroit.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Dobbins. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A gain of 13, it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Holding offense.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
1 yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now the Packers get set to go.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 22.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Love's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Love.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Going back to Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
I can't believe they let you play.
On 3rd down, Love. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So here come the Lions now.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Dobbins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a give to Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.